Wait. Now go.
Hey, Facebook.
Hi, everybody. We're live. We're waiting to get into the studio, the stew, like the kids call it. The stew.
Trying to get in the stew.
All of us are here. Look who's there. It's Kevin.
What's up, Rip?
It's Ru. My boy Ru. All right. So we're live, and I'm gonna pass this over to who's taking it. Sis. Oh, wait. Let her put up first time.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that? I got it.
I'm good. How you, sis? What's up? Yeah.
You good?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Because nothing got to tell us sex.
Oh, man. Okay.
DC Paulus, everybody. He's at the Gospel Awards. How I think he's doing? Has he cursed yet? Let us know what you think.
And he got this old patriotic ribbon today. This red, white, and blue. Oh, Sydney's gonna know. You got a headache?
Somebody open this. This is beating me. Thank you.
You got it? Can you hear? Can you not hear? For real?
Lying to you, Oshun.
Oh, I'm about to say.
I went down.
Where my people at?
Yeah.
I better get my full refund.
I thought she was
Everyone's so
trying to eat
quiet
some
today because
candy.
we're trying to get it together. Is that a TV mom? When did that come from out the ceiling? Oh, that's how they do their Facebook Live. We need one of them. Give it here. Perfect. My uncle loves the Chuck Wagon. Like, that's his favorite show on WBOK. Not his niece's show, but the Chuck Wagon.
Good, best baby?
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Da-da-da-da.
Pop, pop, pop. I guess I am serving as Vance official wingman for the night.
I'm gonna ask the photographer next week to photograph me from this thing.
Malik had a show on WBOK.
Do we?
I don't know. I just made notes that.
No.
Ah, man.
Actor.
Why is the energy
Oh, yeah,
so
we got a
low?
whole Facebook Live happening.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi,
Yeah,
Facebook Live. How y'all doing? Hi.
Whoever out here, man, appreciate y'all. Share this video.
Share.
Get your people to be peeping it out, man.
Where's DC? Hopefully getting saved. We're gonna talk about that.
I guess we don't have the theme song no more. Man,
There we go.
that's the second time he played that, man. Let's get with it.
Hey, Oshun.
Hey, Malik. Let's go.
Oh, Anthony Mackie.
My neighbor. Hey, neighbor. I'm gonna show y'all where he lives
Been in Louis, tell you the truth. Not a pot to piss in, no window with door too. I said what's happening. I said what's up, what's good, what's good. Welcome to the MisBelief Radio Show.
Woo!
Ah. What's good? This is your host coming with the rawness of Lawrence and the swagger of King. It's the only Martin that you need for the 2018. It's that actor guy Martin Bass Bradford, and I'm here as usual with how DC Paul used to say a cool cast of creative, colored folks coasting along with me in the. He do the alliteration so much better. But who is this in here with me? Riding through what you can't hear that, Oshun?
Yeah, I can hear now.
You hear now?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Oshun.
I'm just deaf.
I hear you.
Ah, it's the unicorn. I'm here. All right.
And who's that next to you?
Yo, this is Malik, the historical delight. I get all the facts right. Holla at me.
Birdman hands.
No, NOLA tours, Birdman hands.
The way he be rubbing on his hands, he dropped the voice of register. I'm like,
know.
historical delight, baby. I see y'all. I'm kind of gonna get into what you be doing on them tours. And to my left, who over there?
Jay still keeping it real, giving y'all that real nasty truth.
Dang, she dropped the register too with that nasty truth and historical delight. Oh, and my next topic, I'm gonna be very curious in what y'all talking about. Spoiler, sex bots. And who was over there behind the board, man? Coon Slayer! Yes.
That's his knives and swords. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I like it though. I
Really got the sound effects for you, feel me? So yes, we're here as usual. It's Saturday, it's 7, it's the Misbelief Radio Show. And before we get to the festivities, man, how y'all doing? How y'all been enjoying this Martin Luther King vacation week?
I was off of work for a whole week. Well, I only worked Tuesday. Other than that, Martin served me correct. He was like, I'm going to show y'all the city of New Orleans. All my people is going to be off. And guess what? I was one of them for the free ski. I didn't go to work. I tried to work from home, and it was like, no, you don't get it. You can't do anything.
No.
I was like, oh, okay, so no problem. We're just going to take this paid vacation and enjoy it.
See, I wish mine wasn't a paid vacation. That's my main problem with it. Mastermind, you nodding back there. I need the for to go to work. I need the for to go to work. You feel me?
But I can tell y'all my pipe was frozen, and shout out to my daddy because he's a real OG, and he showed me how to do it over the phone. And
Showed you how to do what?
undo it.
The frozen pipes?
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
first of all, I didn't know when you wrap your pipes up, you have to take your hose pipe off. Like, nobody explained that part. Like, it was so cold out there that my froze pipe was frozen to my pipe, so I had to defrost the hose pipe, and then I had to listen.
Listen.
It was too much.
You use a tool, man.
I was...
Yeah, we live in New Orleans. We ain't ready for all that. Like,
Ready.
we supposed to be dealing with
Ready.
all that.
I'm looking at all the stuff that y'all not see my Facebook Live video when I showed y'all that it was snowing, or icing,
Yeah.
or melting, or something was on
It
the
was doing
ground.
something.
We could barely handle rain, and that's what we used to handling. So when you talk about freezing temperatures, bro, it's like the city really shut down.
I just knew that once this water melted, it was going to be like Ice Age the movie. Everything was going to be ruined.
Day
Everything.
after tomorrow.
What'd you say, Jay, still?
It was cool. I had a few days off this week, but it kind of because I lost power at one point apparently.
What?
Lost water at one point apparently. Our pipes froze at one point, but I mean it wasn't too bad. And then they hit us with the boil water thing. It's like, okay,
yeah.
you have water now, but you're probably gonna die if you use it. So then we had to start boiling crab, and then you go to the store, there's no water. So it was just kind of like a little bit of like the day after tomorrow mixed with I Am Legend mixed with a little bit of Katrina. So it was just, I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
I think the West Bank put a curse on this bank.
I think so too, 'cause
Yeah, real.
they were good.
Exactly.
The whole West Bank was good.
How they water straight and our water not straight?
I don't know.
Exactly.
So what did you do? Did you have any tours?
Man, it's too cold for a tour. Forget
By
that.
yourself. I was wondering about you, Malik. I mean,
Nah, man,
how
I'm not-
delightful.
Yo, I'm not going out there underneath 50 degrees weather, man. But honestly, stayed at home, got some things done. There was that good baby making weather.
Yep.
Some people probably
She said yep too fast.
I'm just agreeing.
Yeah, So I'm sure we're gonna have some kids in October next year because of the ice storm.
Yeah.
2018.
Well, this year.
This year.
Oh, no.
It's just
Hey, do we have permission to shoot you if you turn to a zombie? Like, or
But you know what?
we got a...
I
Gotcha.
feel like all the shows that we watch prepared us for this whole winter
We are
apocalypse.
so ready.
Like
right.
Walking Dead.
Yep.
I'm so mad that we're calling this a winter apocalypse.
Yeah.
We're ice on
Where did
top
that
of
come
people's
from?
cars, man.
Man, listen, the Runaways.
For us, it is.
They finally ran away. I was ready. I was ready. Listen, I was ready, y'all. And then my pipe froze. And I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not.
But let's ask, the real question. With all this winter weather, who got that real winter gumbo? You got some gumbo left that you put in
I
the
have
freezer?
none of that left.
My friend made gumbo.
Is it good gumbo?
It was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, did she bought her water though?
She did.
Because I mean, she
lives on
gonna
the
give
West
us that
Bank, so
space
she was
gumbo.
good. She lives on the West Bank.
Wait, I don't know.
Well, now we got West
don't-
Bank gumbo.
we don't
Now
want that
we
West
got a
Bank
whole
gumbo.
other like pop can of
It is
worms.
regular gumbo though. It's
Can of
good.
hot
She grew up
dogs.
on the East Bank, so it's fine.
Oh.
It's fine.
Allegedly. We'll go allegedly with that. So, as you notice that you're not hearing right now, it's the voice of DC Paul, the millennial Arsenio. Right now, our partner, the Paul, he's out, he got a gig, and guess where he gigging at?
Where?
Tell him.
Wow.
Please tell them where he's gigging.
The millennial Arsenio with no material on Vimeo is currently gigging at the Gospel Music Awards.
Oh no.
Now, y'all don't understand how
Jesus.
much, unless you watch the Facebook Live, which I hope people are tuning into right now, y'all don't realize how much of a potty mouth DC Paul has,
Correct.
man. So it's very hilarious when he say, he tells us, I ain't gonna be here next week. Okay, cool, why? I'm gonna be telling jokes for church people. Oh, okay.
So at this time, I think Oshun needs to sing "Father, Stretch Your Hands to Feed" to help DC Paul out.
I was like, they got the right person?
Right.
And I asked him 3 times, and he said, yeah, I'm going to be in there. And I said, to church people? He was like, yeah. And I was like, you can't tell no kind of penis jokes, right?
No penis jokes. He loves his penis
How's
jokes.
she gonna get through the night without penis or titties?
Or titties.
Right.
Like-
None of them jokes is going to be able to be told.
All that time he was talking about how he tried to give himself a sex change operation and
Oh, right. See,
he couldn't pull it off.
I don't
You
think
know?
that's right.
Ba-dum-boom. So,
Right.
hey.
See, I don't think any of this is going to work. I don't.
Let's not forget about the classic vagina wipe story.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Will he be able to tell that?
What about that one? Wait, what's that word? It's not mesothelioma. It's that word he always used. Oh man, it was some weird word about vaginas that he found out. He made it one of his jokes. I can't think
It's
of
not
it.
cunnilingus, is it?
No, he loves making jokes about cunnilingus as well. I don't know if that's gonna go over well with Jesus. I don't think about cunnilingus and Jesus in the well. Now I did just now. Wow. But anyway, yeah. Well, so we gonna say not only break a leg, DC Paul, but we gonna pray for DC Paul tonight.
Yeah, we gonna pray.
But my dog got the talent for it. I know he gonna shut it down, and we're gonna hold it down in his absence. So today on the Misbelief Radio Show podcast and all that we have Miss Dana Boisseau. Please say, man, I spell your name right. Dana Boisseau. Please, Devin, Mastermind, get her name correctly. Please get the correct name right now. Boisseau. I messed this up last week with DC said it.
Yeah.
Wait. Well, y'all know I studied history. Is she a super Creole?
Super Creole.
They're like, wait, they're super Creoles.
Like,
Yeah, it's like
Like Super Sick.
If I Super Saiyan, the hair turns blind, the wings come out.
okay. All right, okay.
They say, Achafale. All right, so it's Dana Boisseau.
Boisseau.
Myself.
Yeah,
Right.
of Television and Film Hair Academy. She coming through to talk to us about television, hair, and film stuff as well as, she worked on Mudbound.
that's dope.
Oh my goodness.
She know Mary J. Blige?
Man, we gonna ask her when she
Oh,
gets
okay.
She know Mary J. Blige. You heard about Mary J. Blige. Also, we have musical guest Caren Green. We play her music on here quite regularly, man. And she's an awesome artist, and she also be here in Studio 1230 for the Facebook Live people. Follow us on the Facebook Live, and we're gonna get into our normal joints up. What's going on out here? That neck, Sankofa sessions, and if anything else we want to talk about, we're gonna talk about. That's the type of things we do. I didn't get to ask y'all about the sex bots though.
Bring that up.
What about them?
Like that is really a thing.
We can do it for a hot minute. Listen.
That's really a thing though.
Look, what y'all don't realize is these things, I like watching weird documentaries. These things have been around in the non-melanated male culture for a minute.
The non-melanated male
Now that
culture.
they have the more realistic, curvy, sort of ethnically targeted ones, now it's this thing. But that's been a thing. Like, it's weird.
Well, I mean, just for people who grown up watching real sex on HBO
Yes.
as adolescents,
Ditto.
when your parents went to sleep.
Ditto.
I mean, like, if they can afford it and they want to,
Those things are expensive.
have
What's the
intercourse
difference
with.
between that and their body, though?
Well, what's the
Body.
difference between a rubber?
It's different because that's the whole
It's a
thing.
big difference between a dildo and a
That's two
complete
different things.
body.
I mean, it's a face.
You're looking at its
sexual
face.
This body with no
with dead eyes.
And I'm not trying to say, because, we live in New Orleans, so we see some freaky stuff all the time. But I'm just saying, I mean, I figure if they can pay for it, they can do what they want
I mean,
to
do
do.
what you want to do.
I give you that.
For me, from my perspective, it's
So
weird.
if you walk into a dude's house and he had a sex box just chilling on the sofa.
You really need to ask this question? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why when you said it's the same as a dildo, I'm like, well, your girl in the dildo might have some fun. Would you bring your girl home and be like, hey, she's joining us. It's joining us.
Be like, she's like,
No.
be like, like she's a part, like she's here.
And that dude who had that creepy video that named his sex box. What's Szechuan sauce? What's her name? Shishon?
Yeah.
Man, Shishon. Well, he had that
Szechuan
sex.
sauce.
Man, I thought it was Szechuan sauce. Shishon. He named his sex by Shishon. He was kissing the lipstick off her, massaging her feet.
Y'all
Disgusting.
know you cannot yuck someone's yum.
Okay.
Like if them people is up in here and they doing this type of things with the box and whatnot, I can't say nothing. I can't.
Do your thing with the box, but I saw people online fighting about it harder than they fight for black people rights and gay people.
Exactly.
I was like, why haven't I seen these thesis statements on Facebook fighting for your right to have a sex bomb? I'm like, that's not that deep, son. If you want to go, just do that in your home. You ain't got to fight about it online.
And they.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And don't call me weird.
Right.
That's what they don't want to be labeled, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's where the world is going. But
I like
behoove
more
you.
bodies.
I just want to say, I behoove you to remember our robot. There's never been a movie, a situation, a book where them things don't turn on you.
And then that little robot they got going on right now, what her name? Sophia. She talking about she want to have a baby.
No. And one of her first malfunctions was to kill people.
She wanted to kill Chrissy Teigen specifically.
Dude, and let's say they don't get consciousness, man. Just the mere fact of every machine will malfunction. I don't want to put my number on the line if it malfunction.
Exactly. Shock.
Stop! It's stuck. she don't want to let it go.
Oh my goodness.
I just think
On the male end, what if it don't stop pumping? On the female end, what if you get jumped like it just No, what you saying, Jason? I heard you. I cut you off.
I was saying I just think that we haven't learned from movies like Jurassic Park and iRobot because the creator of one of these brands of sex robots wants to have a baby with it. So when people come at me like, "Oh, you're being closed-minded," okay, that
People are trying to
Explain
replace
that.
people.
Right. Explain. That's weird.
So and all y'all dudes out there trying to say, oh yeah, y'all got dildos. Well, look, we don't need y'all no more. Dudes was actually pulling that crap. I was like, y'all lose your mind.
Go get a flashlight. Like,
Go find a friend. Anyway, we about to go take a break. You got the queued up for us, Mastermind. What you got? Oh, darling. All right. All right. So we about to get into that. We'll be back in a minute. It's the Misbelief Radio Show, and as usual, don't get nothing on you.
All right. All right. Quick break.
I want them to see a little bit of darling. That sounds like it's gonna be like a bounce country.
What's up, y'all? What they talking about?
They just
talking?
watching. They're not talking. They're not talking to us right now.
Ain't nobody talking. It's like,
Yes.
Is she so?
Malik switched
Yeah.
over there.
Hold up.
I'm gonna put Miss Dana here.
Okay, let me get ready for Dana. She knows sweats.
how y'all doing?
Come
I'm
on
gonna assume
now.
y'all doing all right.
Tell me
How
how
y'all
come
doing?
there when they tell us how that last name is. Boisseau. You
Boisseau?
You know, I love.
Boisseau.
I have not missed a Mary J. Blige performance at Essence yet.
Really?
And yet, you know how many times she done performed at Essence?
Every damn year.
Oh my God.
Every year, baby.
Well, come sit right here. You sit
Thank you, my
next.
baby. Thank you, love.
Okay, Ma. I ain't gotta ask no questions. She know married.
He's so crazy.
I'm like, wow, everything I need. She know man. I'm good.
I got Miss Caren Green to sing Be the Light.
Boomy says, hey, y'all.
Yes, the name of the song.
Tango Boomy.
Like magic, girl.
I'm so
Well,
excited.
Boomy says hi. She says she's on her way.
Hi, Boomy.
Share the video, please. Share.
Everyone share the video.
Ain't no everyone.
Everyone, whoever. I'm going to talk to you when we get out of here, too. Okay. Because we have a group photo shoot coming up. Look at her. Girl, that is your baby up and down.
Does she want to come up in here so she can either do live stream
Look
or...
at Caren. Look at Caren. I got you, mama. I got you call that
I
hair.
know Miss Karen's hair is long.
Baby, we got these. I see them ends. I got you.
It'll be standing. I don't know if you want to. Okay. You can just stand right behind your mama or on the side of your mama or get a shot over there. Your mama.
Yeah, oh, you can come over here, yeah.
I just called that hair all last night, girl.
Thank you, Mom.
Who said this was?
Huh?
Who said this was Miss Rel?
Miss Rao. I don't think it's Miss Rao.
I'm like, wait.
What do you say the name of this song was?
Something about Miss Rel. I just repeated it. What up, Brian?
And then I'm coming for a second. Get his people up the ring.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I got it. Say your name. Go ahead.
Karen Green. Beautiful Karen.
Karen.
What's your social media?
My social media is IAMCARENGREEN. I am Karen Green on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook fan page, Instagram, and Snapchat.
That's
All
dope.
right.
That's dope. Mine's the same thing on everything.
Yeah.
Too. Waterman5045.
Go ahead.
Make sure y'all follow me. I got a couple questions I want to ask you. You excited about your interview?
I'm very excited.
Okay. You got any upcoming shows coming up?
Actually, I have some surprise announcements that are going to be taking place within the next couple of weeks.
You go Beyonce thing, huh? Just drop it on everybody.
It's going to be really good, and I'm also working on my second album right now, which is almost done, so I'm excited about that.
Let's do it. I got a question for you. Who do you draw influences from? Who's your biggest influence?
Man, I am a big fan of Tweet.
Okay, I love Tweet.
I mean, like everything Tweet. And then I'm also a big fan of Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
And I'm an old head.
Okay. Same
So I like a lot of old music or a lot of new voices with vintage sounds.
If you had one person dead or alive to sing a song to, who would it be?
To sing a song to?
Yeah, just sing a song for somebody. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
No pressure.
No pressure. It'll probably be a group of kids.
A group of kids?
Yeah.
What song would you sing?
I will probably sing one of my songs, which would be Air I Breathe.
Okay. And you know what the next question is?
What is it?
I'm the little kid.
You little kid? Sing for me. Okay. 'Cause you are the air I breathe, the song I sing, the constant in my melody.
Yeah.
You are the peace in my soul. I'll protect you from my home. You are the reason why I live my life. You know, just speaking like a song.
Come on.
Yeah.
So we got a chance for y'all to win tickets to an event tomorrow. Outspoken, your boy DC Paul and Millennial Arsenio will be there. You gonna be there?
I'm definitely gonna be there.
Yeah,
Because I've been dying to get to
Karen,
Outspoken.
y'all get out there. Y'all can meet us.
Yeah.
Buy our album, social media one more time.
I am Karen Green on all social media outlets.
And I'm Waterman504. Stay tuned. Listen for your interview. I can't wait.
Can't wait.
All right.
See y'all later.
Thank you so much. You get some love on our Facebook Live. Lance says he wish he had 4 hands to give you 4 thumbs up.
Yeah.
So some love. Sydney, there's someone downstairs. Can you get him for me?
Boomy.
Boomy ain't there yet.
Hi, Brian. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
How are you guys?
I'm good.
That was one of my favorite Mace songs, by the way.
Mace?
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. You know, him and Pete.
You actually have a favorite Mace song?
Yeah, Mace was the man back in the
little Nefertiti. Give it that little Nefertiti pose.
No, you did not tell me that Mace.
This is strong. Yeah, the goddess pose.
6.
That's
And we back. Welcome to the Misbelief Radio Show. This is that actor guy Martin Bass Bradford, and we in here with the usual crew, man. Who y'all are? To my right.
Oh, hi everybody. It's me, Oshun. Of course, I'm distracted and I don't know what's going on.
You was the most gangster one on here off mic before we came back. Ready? She had to, y'all know, man. Who is the one is in the vernacular of Oshun and Unicorn, just in case she want to get you right.
7-1. Okay. I'm from the 7-1. Like inner city.
Thug Unicorn.
Yeah.
To my left, who we got in there?
Jay still keeping it real, y'all.
Still keeping it real, y'all. And to her, right? Yeah, it's all right.
Yo, this is Malik of NOLA Tours. Is that now?
All right, nothing sexual this time.
Right. Nah, I'm just chilling, you know. I'm gonna do it a little bit later when I'm trying to get that one, you know.
I feel it. I got you. Mastermind, who was that you just played? Yeah, I wondered that, because the first song was not in Israel. Okay, add a vibe. Gotcha. Okay. So right now, if you tune into us, you're probably catching us on at TheMisBelief.podbean.com or on the Facebook Live or on our YouTube, which we need more subscribers to. So go and subscribe to us at TheMisBelief on YouTube or on DC Paul's Facebook page. Already said that. What else we got? I said the Five Flower Bass. I said on DC Paul's Facebook page. I said on YouTube. I said, you gotta check us out on Instagram or on our Facebook page, our official page. I think that's all. Is that all our oars? We have an app. WBOK 1230 app. Yes. We're going to get together next time, y'all. But yeah, go find us. It's The Misbelief. It's a brand. It's a movement. We rocking with y'all. And we back without the Paul one. So yes. First and foremost, before we get into our guest right quick, Miss Dana Boisseau. I'm gonna keep messing this up, and I don't want to. I gotta check the Unicorn right quick. She said Mason have no hits.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna do this on air because I listen. 90s hip hop is like my era, and I'm sorry.
Who not? Tell me who rock.
I love Mason. I love Mason Bertha, but he just wasn't my favorite 90s MC.
I can give you that. Just don't tell me he had no hits.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
He just wasn't one of my favorites.
All right, so now let's get to it. We get to our first interview now. Now that we got that cleared up, and now that I got how to pronounce her name cleared up, welcome to the Misbelief Radio Show, Miss Dana Boisseau.
Welcome.
Yes, give it a hand clap. Yay! It's a film and television hair academy, right?
Yes, TFH Academy.
There we go. So before we get into the hard nitty-gritty questions, as usual, we ask all our guests this. Do you know what a misbelief is?
Yes, honey. I'm born and raised in New Orleans.
Yeah. So you have a misbelief story or, any connection to them?
I do, honey. I do. I was, but my family's from the 7 Ward.
Yes. We 7 Ward.
And so, we used to have a lot of them, run on Turo Street.
Yeah.
So, Lord, every single evening after school, we would run after me and all my cousins, go to that tree, honey, pick down whoever had the most. That's the person who did not have to deal with our grandmother that evening.
Real?
The grandmother had to deal with Pauline at 5 o'clock with all her grandkids, honey, because she wasn't that type of mama.
So grandma sent y'all out on misbelief missions.
Exactly. And, you couldn't really come inside until, like, after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was after. You cannot come inside when it's still light outside,
That's one thing I liked about, because I grew up with my grandparents, and they were like, no, go out, be out.
Be outside.
Be outside. Be with your
outside.
friends, experience. Because right now, most of the kids, they inside all day.
All day. All day long. You got to drag them outside.
Right.
Then even that, they have their little iPad, walk into the car, wherever they have to go. It's the same thing.
We're breeding robots.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't want to go there, but yeah. So tell us about how you got into the industry.
Well, I've been in it 17 years now, so I'm a vet. I raised my daughter in the industry. Wow. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm trying to get into that retirement stage, at this point. So I opened up my school so I can do that, so I can start replacing myself. I'm tired.
Right.
And Ray was my first movie, back in the day. So, it's been that long. It's been that long.
This is Ray, baby.
I know.
Yeah,
yes,
I was, back then, that was the first movie coming into Hollywood South.
Right.
So
obviously it was getting established
it was
as
still
Hollywood
getting,
South.
it was still getting established at Hollywood South. So I was like the only black department head, there at the time. And, if any black movies were coming in town, any black celebrities, they were coming through my trailer. But I guess the blessing is, even back then, we were still doing Lifetime. I was doing Disney. I was doing TNT.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, I did the Raven, some on little shows and all that kind of stuff. That was us. That was me and my partner. We did those shows.
What got you started?
Actually, we did the movie Ray. That was my first one. And then I got another little gig. At the time, it was my first show. I never had been in a trailer before. I never been around celebrities before. So a friend of mine said, we're going to let you do this small movie with this guy. He was from Germany, and he's going to teach you the ropes. He taught me the ropes all right. Oh, my goodness. He would come in every single morning. He would do some of the actors, and then for the rest of the day, be knocked out drunk in a trailer. And that's how I learned how to be a movie hairstylist. Oh, I literally jumped
just step
in.
up, step
up or step out. And I had a little bit over here to feed, so I had to get it in. I just fake it till you make it.
This sounds like just the classic story of black women.
Exactly.
So some man screwed up, and now she got to feel that step up and hold it down.
Right, and that's exactly what happened. And my movie after that, our department heads, were leaving us on set all day. Well, so happened, you can leave me on set all day because this is my time to play.
Right.
So you leave me on Saturday, I'm going to rock this set, and then I'm going to take your job. And that's exactly what I did. 10 years later, I was still in it to win it.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm just, especially as an actor, man, it's like Jay Still can also speak on this as well. When you have a black hairstylist or a black makeup artist,
it's nothing better.
It's very different.
It's very different.
A lot of times they get confused with our textures and such. And Jay Still, I want you to take it.
They get confused with textures, skin tones,
all kind
of stuff.
You come out looking pale or green.
Yeah.
They'll look at your hair and be like, "That's fine." You'll be like, "This how I
they do something.
They kind of run a little flat iron through it, so they said they did something. You'd be like, "This not it."
And there's a man that get a haircut with no lining.
Right. Oh yeah, because my hair always fine.
But I'm a black man. Give me a lining if you're gonna cut my hair. Is all I'm saying. Feel me? We like it like that. So who's some people that you've worked with that tripped you out? Have you ever been somewhat starstruck at all?
No, I've never been starstruck for some reason. I don't even know why. I get more starstruck by like my local celebrities more than anybody big, ever. So when Juvenile came through my trailer, I almost died. I'm trying to dance.
Take it over for the 9-9.
They didn't even understand what the love was. So I get confused. Like when my local celebrities come to my trailer, I'll be like, boy, it's about to be a good day. Yeah, I guess. But people out of town, I just don't have that connection with, you know. So I'm just, like whatever.
To a degree, I guess they are so far out of reach, because like you said, the juveniles and the No Limit was whoever it is. To a degree, we're so small. We grew up with our artists. We kind of see where they came from. It's like we're seeing it right now with the Renaissance happening with young artists. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 10 years the Tank and the Bangers or whoever is just popping. So we see you and you influenced us. A lot of y'all that may not have so much. So I can definitely feel that. Oshun.
So we all know when award season's coming up. I think you have a big announcement. You want to tell us about this nomination? Tell us what's going on.
I just recently, I guess it wasn't recently. I feel like it was recently because I'm just getting my body back again. But we did the movie Mudbound.
Yeah.
So I did.
With New Orleans on Jason Mitchell.
Honey. Shout out because that brother worked, honey. Bless his little heart. Lord, I don't know how he made it through. I really don't. I really don't know how he made it through. Like his little body, I don't know how it held up, but we made it through, but
so it was no pause. I feel like there's a story there. What you mean made it through? What's going on there?
When people think about movies sometimes, they really don't know that, everything that you see is actually being created, and most of the time we're actually in that environment. So, a lot of things on Mudbound, when Jason's hanging up, all this kind of things. Jason was literally hanging there for about 6 hours that day. Straight. That's commitment. That's commitment. They let him down one time. And he got like 4 drags of a cigarette, and they made him go right back up. It was to the point that I was feeding Jason, like in a spoon, like, please just take this something to eat. Go ahead, take something to drink, and let me squirt the blood. And, I'm sorry. Did you get blood in your Coke? I'm sorry. I mean, that's how crazy it was. It was a hard shoot. It really was. A lot of nighttime scenes, a lot of 18-hour days. And
this is even on top of the subject matter.
Just about to say, on top of the subject matter, so, I mean, it's real out here. People think that movie making is easy, but it is not. It's not. It's not easy at all. So, when you get an accreditation, it's just more, you think about the journey of it, and everything that you went through for that, picture, and it's just wow. So, Mudbound got an Oscar nomination, so that's just crazy. I'm getting a Guild Award for it, so it's
Give me the claps, man. What?
Yeah, so I'm excited about it.
From little old New Orleans.
I know. Little old New Orleans child. Yes, honey. And I was just, telling my friend Carl, I was like, damn, you remember the days that, they used to walk in our trailer and look at the white makeup team, and my team was always all black, and they wouldn't even want us doing their hair. They'll walk back out the trailer and be like, where's my hair team? Wow. And the PAs would be like, that's Dana and Carl, that's them right there. And I'm in my 20s, big old afro, I'm like, I ain't worrying about nothing. I'm straight out of picture me rolling, like, what, girl, come get your hat done, what,
Because y'all better understand, since they're the default, you gotta learn how to do theirs and ours.
And that's what people didn't realize, but, it was a catch-22. I got a lot of their jobs because I could do both at that time. And at that time, they don't have to come when we have to come with. We have to do everything. All they have to do is their type of hair, and then they hire us to fill everything in. Exactly. If we don't get that opportunity, we have to know it all. Everything. You better know it better than they do. You better know it.
And that's part of the game. And you made me think of a time like how when they don't know what you're doing, how they'll treat you. Because one thing I noticed, like, if I just show up on some sets, it might be bummy and they might not know what I'm doing, and they just mistake me for an extra. They'll treat you much differently if they think you're an extra versus someone with their name.
My God,
and I'm like, that is like, we all people, you feel me? You go to the lunch and they be like, oh, extras? You in
the other line. Them beans and rice.
And porridge. They're porridge.
Some Kool-Aid with no sugar. They all go right there. You'll be like,
and it just, when you just said that just now, and on your side of the field, I'm like, it make me feel like, was this because I'm black? Because I'm showing up and you just instantly think I'm an extra. You showing up, it's like, oh, you must be PA or something. You're not.
I'm the little PA. No, dog, I'm your department head.
What's that?
What you want to do? What you need? You need this blowout mine? Come on. Shoot, we good.
Okay, so tell us more about the school. Tell us more about your hair academy. We want to know how, if we are interested in getting into the business, Where can we go? Tell them about the school, Ms. Dana.
Okay, guys. Well, I am president and founder of TFH Academy. It's Television Film Hair Academy. I started in Baton Rouge, but now I have moved it here to New Orleans, my home city. And I teach cosmetologists, and I teach cosmetologist students the ins and out of movie hair. So I teach them movie etiquette, set etiquette, you know, trailer etiquette, you know. But I also teach them all vintage styles from before Christ all the way up to, what, the 1990s, you know. And they know it all. I also teach special effects, so you know how to do, you know, all the blood and the gore and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I also get them internships after they complete the whole course. So I have, matter of fact, one of my students who came with me on Mudbound, you know, was actually one of the hairstylists on it, and he came straight from my school. So I just try to give people the opportunities the way that I never had. You know, so if it had to take me fighting, busting down these doors, you know, getting these white people to know, you know, what we could do down here, you know, I'm all for it. Now it's my time to educate our youth, educate our cosmetologists, so when they step on that set, they're ready. They know exactly what they're doing, so nobody has to train them. Nobody has to look at them like, oh, you don't know what you're doing, you know, little black girl. But no. You know, because my cosmetologist actually could probably do what your makeup artist can do. Because they're laying beards, they're laying wigs, you know, they're doing all kind of ball caps, they're doing all kind of special effects. So, I mean, actually, they could do both of the jobs. And my barbers are doing the same thing.
Wow. And you here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Y'all got something over here?
Yeah, so you talked a little bit about how it was a struggle for you getting into the industry and just dealing with some of the, you know, prejudices and discrimination. But how difficult really is it just in general, regardless of race or ethnicity, to get in on set as a cosmetologist? It's hard.
It's hard breaking in the business, period. You know, so cosmetology, makeup, wardrobe, you know, it's all the same. It's a very tight-knit. It's a very small community. It's so small that people are asking, like, where is it? Like, how do you get there? How do you get on it? You know, and so for me, I was at Avenue because I just happened to trip up on it. You know, it was just that they needed some black hairstylists, you know, because all the, you know, people in the union were white, Ray was black, and they came looking for us, and I just held my own. That's how I got in. But I also tell everybody that everybody has their own path with it. You know, some people, they come in, and it is go straight to the top immediately. Some people take years, you know, start department heading or being a personal or things like that because it may take some more maturing or it may take some more grooming. But everybody has their own path, even in how they get on the set. You know what I mean?
Like, trust your journey.
You got to trust your journey, exactly.
Indeed.
Well, you was talking a lot. Can you tell us, because there's so many young people, and they was like, oh, I want to be the movie star. I want to, about the jobs, because you're very successful, you're good at what you're doing. So can you talk about all of the, how important it is for the, people of color to be behind the scenes and being, all the different jobs that they, little kids don't know, and our kids don't know anything about, like being hair, makeup, stylists, like all, just the wild range of jobs, opportunities they have.
Absolutely. You know, it's so important for us to be behind the scenes. For me, you know, as a hairstylist, just like y'all guys say, when y'all come in the trailer and y'all see me, it's just like, oh my God, the heavens have opened up. Like, okay, yeah, this one gonna be good right here. I'm gonna look good.
That reassurance.
That reassurance, you're so happy. It's the same thing with makeup. It's the same thing with wardrobe. We're full of figures, you know, things are different on us, you know, so we like to be accommodated with that. It's the same thing all the way down to the cameramen, the grips, craft service, you know, I mean, catering, you name it. It's so important for us to support each other. And the only way that we can support each other is for us to be behind the scenes. Somebody has to be running it. Everybody can't be in front of the camera. Somebody has got to be that backbone. Somebody has got to be that support system, and that's what a crew is. Right. That's what we do.
We got to be everywhere if we want to maintain power.
That's right. That's right. You have to be.
I know you said you do not get starstruck, but I know you got a favorite celebrity that once you saw them walking through the door, you was like, yeah, I'm about to hook you up. This is going to be it. Who it was? Who was it? Don't lie, Miss Dana. Don't lie.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I really didn't have one. I never, ever, ever had one. Nobody walked through the store like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, it's just never been like that. Like I said before, it was like my locals that I get so hyped about. I'd be like, girl, sit down. Because you know you're about to get laid. What? I'm good on that. Oh, my God. Like if Big Freddie came in, oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying? But, things like that, that shit just gets me happy. I'm so down for my city. I love my people so much, so anybody outside of that, you cool, but you ain't fam.
Right. And that's where we're going to leave it. Yeah, you cool. Right. So, Miss Dana, please tell them where they can find you, where they can get in contact with you.
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Dana Boisseau, or you could go to Instagram, Queen Hollywood South, or you could go to my website, www.queenhollywoodsouth.com.
And the information on how we can talk about how they can get into your school.
Everything is on my website. Mm-hmm.
I just want to say, Miss Dana, as far as the misbelief goes, we appreciate you. Every single Saturday, no matter where you at, no matter who set you on, no matter if you in the middle of nowhere, you always show us love. And that is what we appreciate the most.
Yes, indeed.
We love the fact that you love us so much and you take care of us just by spreading the word about who we are, what we doing, what we getting into. We can't repay you for that, and for that I say thank you, and I'm not gonna cry.
Oh,
it's our misbelief TD over here.
I love it. I take it. I love it. Y'all my babies, and I'm just so proud of y'all. I love to see this. Y'all are doing so much and so much in the community, and y'all are growing so fast, and y'all are just such good role models.
Today I'm gonna go evil, and I'm just gonna cry.
So I just thank y'all for that, because y'all keep me going. I see y'all babies, and I'll be like, that's my babies. Yes, 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 yes. Look at them. So whoever raised y'all, thank them for me.
I just want to add one thing. You need to get you cool, but you ain't fam on a t-shirt. So I may well, so you didn't want to.
You got it. You got that.
Well, thank you once again for coming through. Yes, indeed. That was a great interview. I loved it. Come back. You did.
Right. Anytime. Anytime. I love you guys.
Hey, Mastermind, what you got queued up? Journey. That's a perfect song right now. Journey, you heard me? So yeah, this is the Misbelief Radio Show, man. We'll be back right after our break. Don't get none, not none on ya. Ooh.
Misbelief TV. There's a new one.
Let's get a picture with all y'all, Miss Dana.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Sweetheart. Let me just get up in here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And Deja, you too. We love Deja. We love Deja.
So proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. So proud.
Anybody up in there? Anybody talking? Anybody saying
Yeah, it's lit. We got. Everyone, this is Miss Dana's daughter right here.
All right.
So yeah, just heard the whole conversation. This is her daughter.
All right, I need a phone.
Yo, we gotta take a picture of you too.
I heard you. I'm sorry. I'm laughing with you. I'm going to exit this car.
All right. Oh, that's. Oshun, who want to take the picture?
Boom, make it.
Oh, boom.
I'm going to take it.
All right. We gotta make
All my babies. All my babies.
All right.
Get that out.
Hey, we got the one and only Boomy in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I heard somebody said your name.
Hashtag Black Love. It's all in the house now. How Oshun Black Love is here.
I'm trying not to cry for y'all today. Y'all ain't gonna pull it out of me. I don't know. When Miss Caren Green get on, y'all might see these tears.
Again, we're gonna be 3. Oh, you guys ready for Miss Caren? This segment's ready for her? Okay. All right. We got a whole, it's lit in the studio too. It's just like all over. It's like a family reunion today. Who's doing the fish plates? I don't know. Hand this over. Look at this. John is working. That sexton.
He's the set. Like he gonna get what it's like.
Can I hand the seat for a second? I'm gonna give this here we go. Actually, we need to interview you, sir.
Oh, y'all need to interview me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's take it to a place where we can hear you. Okay. Okay.
Because if he gets his heart break, he may switch.
You don't even know.
How many songs are we playing? How many songs are we playing? 2. Okay. Okay.
That's what we want from him.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
We do it right here. That's fine.
Right here?
Yeah.
What's up?
So what's going on? Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is River.
Maybe not right here. Let's get you on the couch.
On the couch? Okay.
Yeah, we got a little more light right here.
My name is River Smith. R-I-V-E-R is my first name. I'm a singer, I'm a comedian, I'm a songwriter, I'm an actor. I do a little bit of everything. Born and raised in New Orleans, a graduate of Southern University at Baton Rouge, a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. A lot. I do a lot. I work a day job too.
All right. Well, there's basic misbelief questions that we need to know from you. Okay. Do you know what a misbelief is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a misbelief story?
I grew up on Eastern Street in Gentilly, and in our backyard we had a misbelief tree that leaned over our fence, and it would drop all in our backyard. So we actually hated misbeliefs during that time. But you know, when we were in the mood, we ate a couple. But yeah, I'm very familiar. Okay. And that's like my fondest memory of a misbelief tree.
All right. Do you eat your red beans and rice with a fork or a spoon?
A spoon.
A spoon?
Yeah, I eat it with a spoon.
Okay.
I made a pot of red beans, and I brought spoons for people, and they started talking about me. But when they got into it, they're like, "Damn." I'm like, "Yeah, so don't talk about me." So it could be good either way, you know, with a fork or a spoon.
All right. But you want to catch all that juice, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I made it stretch. You know, you gotta make it stretch when you got a whole lot of people, you know, in the room. So that was my purpose. Awesome. And do you have anything on the horizon? Well, I'm doing shows. I do open mics in Baton Rouge. I do Tuesday nights at Spanish Moon. I do Wednesday nights at the station, and I do Thursday nights at Happy's downtown Baton Rouge. So if you're in Baton Rouge, check it out. Shout out to all the comedian fam out there. I saw Lance watching. What's up, Lance? Wooly. Blame the white man. He knows that. That's the inside thing. But no, yeah, and I have a country EP I'm putting out later this year.
A country?
Yeah, I experiment with sounds, man. I don't want to like box myself in. I like to experiment with sounds.
Okay, we're going to have to hear about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put out some stuff to play.
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Let us know with likes and love if you want to hear a country song from River.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Okay, all right. I see you working.
It's in there. Go.
Am I supposed to be dancing? No. Okay.
Yeah. All I need is one night.
10.
One night.
We can do it.
Go.
Who is this? We got so much new music.
Right. Well, you at DC did that.
Yeah. You'll risk it all for me? Oh. That's what I like to hear.
And Oshun, you suck. And we back. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show. This is that actor guy, Mr. Bass, and we here for our second interview, man. But before we get to that, who else in here with me? To my left.
Straight still keeping it real, yo.
Next.
Yo, that's Malik. I give tours, I snap photos. Holla at me.
Straight up, straight up. Next.
Oshun, the unicorn, the rebel, the legend.
Yeah.
And Mastermind, who is that you just played for us? Oh, big ups, man. That's it. And once again, public service announcement. If you have clean music, you're a local artist, we play nothing but local music here. If you 504 down, we will play you straight up. Whether we like the music or don't like the music, it don't matter. As long as you from the 504, we got you. But
normally if they 504, the music is for show. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we be getting a lot of people that don't know that the N-word is a curse word to the FCC.
But the music probably still good, though.
I mean, the music always will usually be good, but we need y'all to sanitize that there.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Boil water advisory.
Boil water advisory on that there.
Put the music down. Boil it low.
Because we want to play you.
Burl it low.
And I'm more than sure if you're an artist, you want to be heard. There's always somebody who don't know who you are. So please get your music to us and whoever about playing your stuff, but we need it clean.
You know, they got some musicians who be like, everybody know me. They don't.
They don't.
Right.
There's always a new ear. There's always a new eye. There you go. There you go. That's what that is right there. You feel me? So we're in the building for our second interview. I would like to introduce Miss Caren Green. Let's get us.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
So happy to be here.
Local artists. We be playing your song Be the Light. We be, vibed out to it.
Yes.
Thank you for coming through.
And thank y'all for supporting my music.
Oh,
and I support you guys. I've been really laughing and could not wait to spend the day with you guys.
Oh, yes, indeed. So before we get into that real,
okay, cool.
Do you know what a misbelief is?
I definitely do. It's a loquat.
Oh, she coming for real. Cause so many people they don't, and they from here and they don't.
Yes, I grew up with a tree in my backyard.
Okay, so you're privileged.
Right.
That's what we call y'all, the ones with the trees that come through.
So my daddy and my mom, they planted everything. So we had watermelon, we had figs. We had strawberries, and we had Japanese plums, loquats.
So people came in your yard, they just got the whole setup like.
Yeah, like all the children used to be in our backyard stealing. Like.
I mean, y'all had to got used to that. Y'all got.
Loved, yeah. Got used to it. Used to hustle them, give them all to the children,
Man, that's something about the privilege, though. You're the second person came through here that was like, they were showing love to the people who would come through and steal their fruit.
Yeah, you gotta show love, cause, I'm gonna need them grains out your mama yard.
Exactly.
And then we could barter.
They come back round.
Yeah.
I be feeling like we need that barter system to come back, bro.
Let me tell you, Miss Caren, I be trying to put them on to the classes.
Yes.
So we can live off the land.
Yes.
And none of them don't want to do it.
Okay.
Beekeeping, I was trying to get them down with the
I can't do
cultivation.
Come, Miss Caren. That she keep calling you Miss Caren. Miss Caren, let her know we're trying to.
I saw this movie a long time ago, and this little boy and this little girl. I don't know. Was it my girl?
I think it was my girl.
It was my girl.
And this little boy died.
Yep.
And I never touched her. I don't want to be around a bee.
And you put that next to Candyman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And black people don't rock with bees, baby. That's all we saying.
I've been trying.
I do eat honey, but rocking with the bees.
So, for people that don't know, tell them what you do.
I am a vocalist. Have been a vocalist for a while. Since I was a little girl, grew up in church like, most people and stuff like that. I grew up at First Emmanuel Baptist Church. I sung in the choir, sung in gospel soul children most of my life. And when I got older, I had a little church hurt. And,
Church hurt.
Church hurt led me to the ballroom for a little jazz. And I started doing jazz singing with a band, Abstract, with a lot of guys from the military at the time. And then as time went on and the more music I experienced, the more my sound cultivated and I found my voice and not just somebody else's voice.
It's the journey of the artist right there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So who are some of your influences that, helped you get to your sound as well as may have meant somebody that you were trying to mimic or try to be in the vein of?
Yeah, we all, I don't know about all, but I know I went through mimicking stages because that's just how we listen to music. Like, I was a radio head, woke up in the morning to the radio as my alarm clock and listened to In Vogue and Keith Sweat and all these people. You know, big voices was a thing in the 80s.
Wait, you said Keith Sweat and then you said big voices.
No.
Oh, that's so shady.
I'm just saying.
Don't stop the love. I got to touch the bell. But yeah, for real, he had a little voice.
But he worked that bug, though.
He had the whiners and the, you know, we was begging for things in the 80s. So, I love Caren White, Superwoman. You know, stuff like that. Like, yeah,
that's my jam. That's my jam.
And so I really like songs and stuff like that. But then, you know, when the 90s came, late 90s, early 2000s, I really became a big fan of Tweet.
Tweet. Okay.
I am
she's amazing.
Huge fan of Tweet.
You don't hear that often though.
And I like to study not just the artists, like their music. I like to study the person, like and how they're called, and just watching her mature over the years, and stuff like that. That's really a big thing for me. Like the cultivation of you and how you evolve over years. Some people, if they was born in the 80s with the ruffles and stuff, they still wearing their ruffles.
Yeah. They're not growing.
And they stuck in their time. But I don't want to be stuck. I want to keep evolving, keep growing. I don't think there's a limit to that. Yeah. You know, on all sides, you know, and not just being a singer, but like I got on the poetry scene, started doing the poetry stuff. Well, that bettered my writing. I started hanging around the poets. And that just hearing their way with words, it just made me dive deeper into being more transparent with my lyrics. So when I did put an album out, I can honestly say that it was coming from a space, and that's a vulnerable space, you know, and it has a value to somebody.
Right.
And it has an audience for somebody, and that's something that I had to learn, that there's somebody out there who needs this, who needs a piece of me in all of its vulnerability and transparency. And that comes from a difficult place sometimes, because sometimes you'd be like, man, I know I got to write this, but, man, I don't know if I want to tell this yet, you know, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, somebody needs to hear it.
You need to feel like they're not alone.
Yeah. So for me, it's just cultivating myself as a person and knowing that it's not two different people. Like, there's not a singer, and then there's Caren Green outside, who's the mama, the doula, and all this other stuff. This is one person with many, many facets, and I've learned through a lot of great friendships not to compartmentalize myself, but to bring the whole of myself to every space. And to be present. Because it have been some things where I haven't been present.
I better hear her drop these
bars. Oh my God.
Feel me, yes
so
indeed.
I try to be present, even if it's pain. I need to be present in pain. Because if you dismiss it, then it's coming back.
It's gonna stick with you.
It's coming back around for you to be present in it, so you get what you got to get out of it. Even in happy stuff, like just being present is the journey.
Right.
You don't show up, your body show up, the gift shows up, but you don't show up, then you just gonna be living in circles. And I'm not trying to be in my 50s, 40s, late 30s. Whenever I get there, I don't want to be
in that same
realm.
The hamster wheel, man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. So every day I'm unfolding Caren's identity. And I can't tell you that I know who she is totally. I can tell you that I've dreamt of her, I've met her, but I'm working towards being the fullness of who she is.
You better give us the word. You better give us the word.
You brought us to church.
Because oftentimes we tend to, if you're trying to grow, at least there's a person that you see yourself as in your head that you might not even be yet. You feel me? But you trying to get to that person as best you can. And some people they lax with it, but it's beautiful to hear you speak of that journey of trying to get to your best self and influence people through it
and not being embarrassed by that. Don't be embarrassed that you're not her yet or him yet. Because guess what? Even when you reach him or her, there's still another him or her that you got. You're gonna keep going. It's infinite.
Right.
It's infinite. Like there's no ceiling. There's none of that. I mean, if you put one there, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
But there is no ceiling. So I just want to keep elevating the best that I can. So I try to put myself around in spaces where I can develop that. And one of the main things that I enjoy doing is laughing.
You have to. Oh my God.
And I make a point to, that's the first thing comes to mind if I'm going left, is find laughter.
Yeah.
Find the joy.
Find that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Anybody?
So do you think there's a song in particular that kind of encompasses that vulnerability that you feel or that shows your growth? Or are you looking for that discovery?
Go ahead, Malik.
Nobody say he's like, yeah.
I mean, if you listen to her entire latest project, which is very, very vulnerable.
The greenhouse effect, right?
Yeah, you can hear the vulnerability and the genuineness. A lot of times I always tell people can always spot out a phony or when somebody's being fake, and when you feel somebody that's being authentic, it's like it just bounces, like you just feel it. And Era I Breed is just like beautiful, like it's just like a beautiful song. Like
you said, Air I Breathe.
Yeah.
So tell us about that one. Break it down.
Air I Breathe was a song that came to me painfully in the middle of the night, right after this little boy uptown got killed. He was in a backyard at a birthday party, and they were running through the backyard, and he caught a bullet in another little girl, but he died. And this was some years ago, and so it was just like, they died, but do they know? Do they know why they were here? Do they know what not just their purpose is for them, but do they know what they come to bring us, So for me, it just kept sticking out for me and my boys, because I have 2 sons. I can't say that I was like 100% amazing mom at first. I still had old school mentality from how I was raised. And it's not saying it wasn't good, but it wasn't all right either. But we get caught up in those cycles of how our parents raised us. And, we yelling and we're not letting this child develop who they are or letting them guide us. Because if they come behind us, technically they're before us, so they guide us, right? But we don't let them. We shape them instead of giving them direction and molding them. So Air I Breathe was just me speaking about, look, these are all the things that I'm going to do for you, sons. These are all the things that, me as your mom, I'm going to make sure that you know that this is what I'm here for you. That I understand my role. I'm going to go to school. I'm not going to let nobody mess over you. I'm not going to whatever. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to make sure that you understand that what I go to work to do provides for you. I'm also going to make sure that you know how to take care of me, so that you know how to take care of elders, so that I don't leave these bills, so that when I die that you have an inheritance, because that's important, and you also know what to do with it when you get it, so you don't mess it up.
Right.
Like what it's no sense in giving you a silver spoon and I haven't given you the education to cultivate that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talking about a couple of, I plan on leaving a couple of million or even more, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm leaving that, they need to understand money. They need to understand life. They need to understand love. And that's something that is a complete, infinity symbol. Yep. Like, it's a give and take. We give this out, we get this back. We put this out, it boomerangs back. Whatever we say, it comes back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
So, like, that type stuff, that's what Air I Breathe was for me, But that,
Lord, y'all, that was that one song. You feel me? Dude, oh man, I'm excited. Dude.
You have to tell us about Be the Light. That's my favorite song.
So Be the Light came about in somebody's house. And
was their lights on?
Let me tell you about everybody gift work different. So like my gift in particular, my songs come before
a thing. Like, so it's like it come to catch me. So like Be the Light, I couldn't tell you what light I had at that moment when that song was written, but it came to catch me because it was something that I was about to go through that I
Almost
needed
like
to
a
know.
premonition.
Yeah, all of my songs come in.
Wow.
They come and carry me.
Yeah.
That's why I believe that any word you get, receive, write out, it's always for you first. And so it came for me first. So yeah, that was that. Like, Caren, no, you don't have to conform. No, you don't have to take your clothes off to be an amazing singer. No, you don't have to yak your hair down your back to be whatever. Like, just to remind me of who I was. Not saying those things aren't things you could have,
it's
but
just
that
about
wasn't
being you.
me.
Yeah.
For me, you don't have to do that. And guess what? I can have everything I desire to have because this is what I'm purposed to do. So it was me speaking to myself and trying to give that to also to the kids. Look, this is your deed. That whatever light you receive, that's meaning clarity. Whatever light you receive, you're supposed to be it.
It's like that saying go about my candle, one person candle ain't gonna put out the next person candle.
No, but you are your understanding.
Right.
That you are as big as your understanding. And so that's going to be the extent of your being.
Right.
Your understanding. And that's all you could be. So now you live in purpose to be more, to understand more. And your being is the extent of your light. So I purpose to be light in darkness, right? But this is the thing, like, I gotta see it, and that's why.
I told y'all ain't gonna have me emo crying today.
And it's like strive to live in your purpose, man. That's powerful as hell.
So I just like in 2018, what are some things that you are reaching for, or in 2018, what are some things that you're expecting or going forward in 2018?
A want.
What
you want out there?
Claiming as well.
Yeah.
Yes. What is Miss Caren Green claiming?
I'm claiming bravery this year.
Okay.
And that's big for me. I want to be brave. And being brave is, being able to stand on my foundation and not give to.
Right. And the funny thing is, by the type of music you put out, even you coming out with what you speak on, what you do, or every other thing that you're incorporated in, I'm more than sure people will look at you and feel like you're brave. But oftentimes, the bravest people, or who you might perceive to be the bravest, be the ones like I'm just keeping it together, yo.
You understand?
You feel me?
You understand? Like, like we all have vices too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, old people always used to say when spouses lose a spouse, like say they die or something like that, they would always say, they lost their spouse, but don't pray for them how they are right now. Pray for them how they are when they close their bedroom door, because they have to deal with that. And that's just what vices are. When you close your bedroom door, the stuff nobody sees, that's the stuff that deals with you when you're alone. Right. Like your vices, they come to take up the silence.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they come in to deal with your silence. So what we do is we tend to try to fill up that space so we don't have to deal with what the silence could bring, whatever, right? So that, I have a silent space, and I'm sure everybody in here have a silent space. I have vices, and sometimes my vices can eat me. So I know out of those, like, maybe right now in this season, I'm maybe not ready to talk about my vices because I want to conquer them and then bring you the light from it, right?
Right.
So right now, I don't have that, but I can tell you what I'm working toward is bravery.
Right.
And then for you, all you can do for me is say, okay.
Get that.
Respect that.
Get that.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Right.
So I hope one of your vices ain't one of these sex bots.
No, it's not sex box, but I do have something to say about that.
That's what I wanted. That's why I'm bringing it up. Segue. Yeah.
What about those people that?
Those
people that I'm all for. Let me say, I'm all for education.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you lack light, in an area, you may need to practice.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Caren.
We talking very sensitive.
Okay.
Because what if your build is like, oh man, he can wine and dine me, he make good money, you know what I'm saying, he do this, that, whatever, but then
it's just
this area is just like, man, if you could only practice.
Well, I would counter that to this, Brad. But practicing on a dead body is still not going to
work. They say, the first thing they say when building your brand, building your, invest in yourself.
Oh my God.
So I think, you understand what
I'm following you.
I'm saying, and all, not to say anything negative.
Right. And we ain't kink shaming out here. We ain't kink shaming. You gotta do your thing.
Because that's not my thing. I'm not going, that's not my rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
But in light of that one woman
mm-hmm.
who has the perfect package, and that they need to just perfect that one area, invest in yourself.
Invest.
And that's like $2,000 to invest in too.
Right, that's amazing.
Now you want to get down. If you think you the kind that need that, get that, I guess. So Ms. Caren, tell us, man. Tell us where we can find you. Tell people where they can follow you, and tell us what you about to sing for us in Studio 1230 for the Facebook Live.
Well, let me tell you, I was asked to sing "Be the Light" today.
All right.
But if something on your heart, Miss Caren, you gotta go.
I kind of want to do a little something for the ladies.
Okay.
You know, a little pep up or whatever like that. My social media is IAMCAREN GREEN. I am Caren Green, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. So I would like to connect with anybody, you know, who wants to connect with me. I'm working on technically my third album right now. I did finished up some work with an amazing poet and friend of mine, Miss Indy Wrights, and hopefully we'll be able to share that with the world really, really soon. But we have a lot of work to do, mostly with women and teenagers and youth out here and stuff that we want to help cultivate and bring our transparency to the fold in order for them to be able to see that, look, we making it.
Right.
You
and
know,
we strong.
We strong.
Yes, indeed. Well.
And we are our sister's keeper.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Well, that.
Right.
Well, once again, thank you for coming through. Whoa. Thank you for coming through. You just dropped it.
Woo!
That's one of the best interviews.
Both.
Yes. It's a
both. But yes,
my dog, y'all.
Oh my God.
I really love it.
Thank man. Well, so for those listening, once again, get on the MisBelief on Facebook, get on DC Paul's Facebook page, the Peep Out Caren Green, about to lay that light on us. She about to lay it for the women. She about to hold it down. You heard me? Once again, thanks for listening. We about to go to break. Mastermind, who you got?
I got one by the lovely Miss Caren Green.
All right. So we're going to play Be the Light for y'all listening here. If y'all want to see something else over there, come and tune in with us, man. So once again, go on a break, but we'll be back. It's the MisBelief Radio Show. Don't get nothing on you.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Let's start show right quick. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, big line.
Come on.
Y'all still talking about this, y'all?
You're talking about the sex lives?
All right. Everybody in studio.
So I just got a camera on you.
Hi.
Hi.
What's poppin'?
Karen's about to sing.
So you know you got to do the introduction.
Okay, let me tell y'all what I need. Y'all gonna get in there?
We get in there.
You. All on you.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all get in there. I need to know you clap.
Okay. All right. Well, in Facebook Live, we're about to get a treat. This Miss Caren Green. What's the name of the song you want to do?
This is called Sister.
It's called Sister. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We ready. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go there.
Uh-oh. Get it going.
Love y'all.
Hi.
That's it. Sister, I just want you to know that you're gonna be alright.
Sister, I don't want you to stress anymore, cause you're gonna be alright. It doesn't matter how many times that you messed up, said you're gonna be alright. Sister, I don't want you to stress anymore, cause you're gonna be alright. Don't worry about your kids, cause they're gonna be alright. I got some sausage in my trunk and that's gonna be alright. Sit next and we're gonna be each other, sister. Gonna be alright. I'm gonna lift you up, I'm not gonna miss you. Said you're gonna be alright. Alright, 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 alright. Said you're gonna be alright, 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 alright. Said you're gonna be alright, 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 alright. Yeah, yeah. Said you're gonna be alright, 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 alright. Ooh, sister, I don't want you to stress anymore, cause you're gonna be alright. Sister, I just want you to know, have a clue, and you're gonna be alright. You don't need that nigga in your pocket or your shoes, says you're gonna be alright. Cause got your back and I know you're gonna be here. I'm gonna be all y'all say, alright, 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 alright. I know. Alright, 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 alright. Say alright, 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 alright. You're gonna be alright, 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 alright.
That's indeed. Oh, tell me, get at you, Miss Caren Green.
I am Caren Green on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat. So hopefully I get to see y'all real soon.
Yeah. We gotta take a picture with Caren Green. We gotta take a picture.
With the Caren Green.
He gonna do it. Oh, he kind of tall. I can do it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. What you mean? Cool. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. Karen, come. You gotta get out of there.
Taking a picture.
On cash.
You on that side?
Keep my back.
Okay, we in it. We in here. Who got the phone?
I'm not phone.
Who has it? I'm the line. I'm on the line. I can't do nothing.
Hold on. Wait.
How much longer we got, D-Mac?
I just put a song on.
All right.
Alright, alright.
I know.
All right. Say yay. Oprah say yay instead of you.
Yay.
All right. I have to take another one. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Got that.
Yeah, thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching, man.
Amazing.
You're doing great, man.
Oh my God. Amazing.
Talking points. What's going on out here?
What's going on out here? Oh my God.
You had something.
Oh, I know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to give someone that.
Oh, you.
We switching today. Malik, get in here.
Carolyn. Let me know if you need me for something, alright?
I will.
Alright. So.
Somebody's jamming
Yeah,
on this thing right here.
Can I turn the arrow on? Yes.
Oshun, what you doing?
Turning the arrow on.
You got out of, you know what you do every week.
I'm sorry. Go. Ready, set, go.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Bat.
Still keeping it real. Just still keeping it real. Beautiful bride in the building.
What's up?
Mastermind. He don't hear me. He don't see me. He just jamming. It all is what it is. Tune in right now to the MisBelief Radio Show. WBOK 12:30 a.m. We got like 40 more minutes left, but we going in. Yo, we got an amazing show. Y'all missing out if y'all ain't already tuned in. So fuck with us. MisBelief Radio Show.
My house for my brother eat it.
Don't do it.
I'm about to text my sister.
That's advice from the fat girl Nola. Don't do
Say what?
it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Y'all know, do we have a dinner at Dash here? Or Dash? The other. Dash? DoorDash.
No,
Do we have
we
that
don't
here?
have DoorDash.
Okay.
What is DoorDash?
It's like Uber Eats.
Super fast.
Well, I know that they're more, like Uber Eats is like anyone. And so is DoorDash, but they're more organized. Like the people have the little thermal bags, and they have uniforms and stuff.
We have waiters.
The waiter is like that.
Okay.
Too.
1 minute. Malik,
Okay.
come on, 1 minute.
Malik!
Hey.
Come on, you tell them young boys how to cook.
Man, Caren Green and
That was amazing.
two amazing interviews.
Did you get my text, Malik?
I think I did.
Okay. I just want to say that today I cried. Oh, well, I almost cried twice.
Almost cried.
Yeah, because First of all, Miss Dana loves us so much.
And I love Miss Dana too.
And it's just like...
Miss Dana pregnant?
No, what?
What?
Wait, that, what?
Who's Miss Dana? Oh, Miss Dana.
Boisseau.
No, you're talking about Miss Belief.
Yeah. You talking about my sister whose baby I just came from. That's a whole other situation.
I see.
Okay, it's time.
Oh, wait. I don't know. Did I touch this right? Oh, wow. We have a lot of alternative songs in the queue today. Because they're giving us.
And we are back. It's the Misbelief Radio Show. This is that Misbelief rebel dude with number gumbo monster movies on YouTube. That actor guy, Mr. Bats, filling in for Millennial Arsenio. And who else we got in the building, man?
Hi, everybody. It's me, the one and only Oshun. Hi. It's me, the one and only Oshun. I had to say it twice for some reason.
It's Mike Jones.
Yeah.
So nice you have to say it twice.
Right.
Yo, this is Malik of NOLA Tours and Frozen Photography. What's that?
What's that? We got brands out here. What's going on, fat girl?
It's Jay Steele, Fat Girl Nola, and I am not a sex bot.
Yeah, I'm holding knives. Gosh. Who is that? Mastermind, who is that you just played? Bro, that was vibing just now. Pick up some mighty brothers.
Jamiroquai. That's who it was. I kept saying this song remind me of somebody.
Oh,
It's
Jamiroquai. I used to love
Jamiroquai.
You brought it back with that one.
Strangers. I don't know. I never know the word.
All right. So we're back. We're about to get into our next segment, which is, and once again, you might be listening to us on the app, WBOK 1230 app, or misbelief.podbean.com, or on the YouTube page, which we need more subscribers, so check us out, The Misbelief on YouTube, or on DC Paul's Facebook Live, or on the Misbelief official Facebook page, which you can also go to and hit that like button and subscribe and comment, or right here, right now on your radio airwaves on WBOK 1230 AM. And right now, we about to get into what's going on out here. Thank you, Mastermind. You got me, brother. You hear me? So I'm going to kick it first to our unicorn. What's going on out here, Oshun?
Well, I usually have happy news to bring to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Jolly. But today I don't have one. I'm not going to start off happy, but I'll end it on a lighter note. But an elderly Louisiana man freezes to death.
Yeah.
Freezes to death in his home because he does not have heat.
But where?
It was in New Road.
It was New Road?
Yeah, so it's pretty close. Like, it wasn't even, like, to the top of Louisiana. It was just in New Road.
Right.
So,
and it's screwed up no matter where it's at.
an elderly Louisiana man whose home had no heat was found dead Wednesday morning, and his wife was hospitalized after temperatures dropped into the teens overnight. Paul Minker, Mr. Paul was 84 years old. Was found lying on the floor of his home by sheriff's deputies. Reported by the Baton Rouge Advocate. Now, here's my problem with this.
Come on, Oshun, let us know, Mom.
My problem with this is I always advocate, make sure you take care of your senior citizens. Right. Call, ask around. When I went to go and do a Facebook search to see if any of his relatives was actually posting something, his granddaughter, own granddaughter, put, "Rest in peace, granddad." Then the little angel emoji. Then the broken heart emoji.
Well,
but I'm not finished. Because guess what? Right after that, 5 minutes after, she posted, "Coming by these chocolate-covered strawberries from my page." I lost it. I immediately inboxed her and was like, the nerve.
You inboxed her.
The nerve. The audacity.
Doug June in the building.
The coop in the gall. Your grandfather has passed away. You know the temperatures were going to be in the teens, and you knew his house was not insulated properly, and he did not have the proper heat, according to the article. Why didn't someone get him? Her response was, well, they shut the roads down. You knew was going to freeze before the roads got shut down. How could you not go and see about your grandfather? Where is your mother?
Exactly.
Where
So
is your
story
father?
like that, it's like, where the hell is the family?
I lost it.
Oh my goodness.
Then I had to get myself back together because she was just one of those. Listen, I have a very low tolerance for people who do not take care of their elderly parents or grandparents. It is not that hard to get your grandfather and your grandmother. They might not want to go, but guess what? You're going to pack up your little bags and bundles and we're getting in this Jeep Cherokee and we're going to take me to wherever you got to take me to because you are not staying here with no heat. And it mattered if the heat wasn't working, you know the water wasn't working either.
At the very least, if you're not gonna make your grandpa, grandma, mother, father come with you, make sure they house good.
I'm not gonna say her name.
No, I mean like not even say. I mean check on them, yeah. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, can you make sure their heat going? Can you make sure their water going?
Exactly.
You left this man stuck out.
You know they live in a situation like why not? How can you not check in on your people? Like what? I don't understand this.
Well, you know, there's a big, in our culture, you know, we forget about those who come before us and our elderly. Yeah. Especially the elderly, like that uncle who didn't have no kids and he lived by himself. So we got to just, all of us do a better job of calling them, especially with just a better time of taking care of them, you know. And I'm glad, like my dad, he drilled that into us and making sure that we took care of the older people in our family. So yeah, we got to do a better job.
Right. So while you're on the mic, historical freak, what's going on out here, man?
Well, ain't nothing I got to say is historical right now. I just want to let y'all know it's hot in these streets, man. They got like 3 popping parties tonight.
All right. Let's liven the mood. You know, wow, old people death just does not go right with the vibe.
Right. So, you know, they got that reunion party at Veret's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Elliot Love, Cool Nasty.
Cool Nasty.
It's going down. Yeah, so it's like, that's where Cool Nasty and them, they got their start from, Veret's. So they're going back to Veret's Lounge uptown. Then you got S1Ep's Saloon.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, S1Ep's Saloon. There's what sign is it this month? Is it Capricorn?
Yeah,
I think so.
Capricorn.
It's still Capricorn.
So yeah, so they got the official Capricorn party. Everyone's invited. Yo, DJ Chinwa gonna be on the 1s and 2s. Shout out to Chinwa. And that last party is the Pink Room. You know, now I ain't been to the Pink Room project yet. But I heard it goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they got Lil Jodeci and
Lil Jodeci
and Chill and Chill. Chill is the DJ. Lil Jodeci and Chill are the DJs. So it should be popping. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, I mean, all type of activities, all this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shake that coke, shake that ice off, man. I know we've been frozen bricks out here, so yeah, man, time to have a little fun. Turn up. Jay Still.
So
keep it real.
So Oshun, you know, you always coming at us with all these classes and stuff. I have one for you. I might have a little Misbelief Mrs. Field Trip.
Okay, that's where we're going.
So I found Mardi Gras mask painting.
Oh my God, where is it?
It's gonna be on Thursday, February the 1st at Helm Paint and Decorating, and you can buy tickets. All of the money from the tickets or whatever goes to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. But basically, you get to paint and decorate masks. It's sponsored by New Orleans Homes and Lifestyle Magazine, and they have complimentary drinks.
Oh, that's my favorite
food. But you have to be 21 to attend, obviously. So yeah, I think that this would be really good.
What is it, Thursday?
I know it's not your umbrella making or your beekeeping, but you know.
I'm glad that you know that I'm enthusiastic about this. See, this is why. This is why we're close. Me and Rihanna over here. That's an inside joke. But we're pretty close, and this is awesome. This is going to be a good treat.
It's going to be awesome.
Because all I had was, I was going to give you guys one today. It's a Mardi Gras hairdress workshop. But you know what? Your mask class sounds so much cooler.
Well, I mean, I just know one thing. If I go to that mask class, I'm looking around and I'm taking pictures because I feel like y'all the ones about to be robbing. And if I go to your hairdress class, I'm going to give people numbers because y'all probably got the best weed. So that's where we at. That's where I'm taking it today, right now. You feel me? Your mastermind. you ain't got nothing going on out here. He said, I don't know. Well, I got a little something. Apparently, people sending police big old bags of crap. Who I want to say it so bad. The Slidell Police Department says it used its bomb squad to investigate a suspicious package that was found at the post office on 2nd Street. According to police, a man dropped off the package and made some strange comments as he left the scene. The bomb squad was able to x-ray the package and determined that it was 2 jars inside. And inside the jars, inside the jars had 70 pounds of raw sewage and feces.
Oh, okay.
Big old bag of crap.
Dang.
Police say the package was addressed to an out-of-state federal agency, so somebody said the Fed's about to get this, but they're not identifying which one. They say the man who left the package was located. Dang, they got him. I don't want him to get.
Find that dude.
I don't want him to get got. I was like that though. You send that bag of crap and you get off with it. That last word, he was undergoing a psychological evaluation. Police say the man has a history of mental illness. Wait.
I mean,
so you have a history of mental illness, but you have the wherewithal to crap into the bottles of feces, mail it to the right address.
How did he?
he knew what he was doing. That man is in his right mind. They just hating.
It's around W2 time too, bro. He mad about something, and he said y'all gonna get this.
They took
We're
too much
around with
out
that.
of his federal taxes.
Yeah, man. What's this you just passed over to me? Oh yeah, the Juan LaFonta inspired Black Panther premiere party red carpet event. That's gonna be on February 15th. Juan LaFonta. You hear me? 6 p.m. at AMC Elmwood. So the homie Juan LaFonta, friend of the Misbelief, he bought out on February 15th a spot at the Palace AMC to catch Black Panther.
For free.
Black Panther for the free ski.
For the free.
Feel me? What they got to do? What they got to do to get this again? They got to just hit us up.
Yeah, you have to hit us up or let us know ahead of time because we're trying to make sure we get all these seats filled. And you have to make sure you have a copy of the flyer because if you don't have a copy of the flyer, I don't know if they have to have it on their phones or on their person or how that goes, but I'm pretty sure on your phone.
Your phone will be fine, but that you find that flyer on DC Paul's page as well as the Misbelief official Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or you can hit up one of us and we'll get you the flyer. Right. Or you can check out in our Instagrams because we got them on there and we're going to have it going there as we get closer to the dates. But once again, Black Panther, that's the black event of the year.
Of the year.
Of the year. And it dropped on Black History Month.
My question is this, y'all. What y'all wearing?
Well, you know,
you surprising? What you wearing?
They coming to America with a little bit of New Jack City, with a little bit
that's
of
the story of my life.
Wayne's Brothers,
For real.
with a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit of everything.
You said Wayne's Brothers?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that because it's gonna be a Torrance Taylor inspired.
Shouts out to NOLA Nobles. Hashtag NOLA Nobles.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I may take my camera and just camp out in front of the movie theater.
Yeah.
And just get all this beautiful blackness.
It's gonna be
I think it's amazing that was a joke that people would say when they first heard the news of Black Panther. That, we're gonna be up in there now, African attire. But no, people serious.
This is actually gonna happen. So people are actually doing it.
So I have a challenge for all of you people. If anyone wants to style me, because I have none.
Style a unicorn. Hashtag style a unicorn.
Hashtag style a unicorn. Okay. Please hit up my social medias. You can find me on Facebook, Oshun Lily, or you can find me on the Instagram, Oshun SL11. Or you can even hit up the Misbelief Instagram or the Misbelief Facebook. I'll get it. And y'all let me know y'all want a hashtag style Oshun. It should be a treat for both of us. Jeez. For sure. Because I have no idea. Like everybody else is on Geeks, and I'm like, well, I have these pants.
I mean, as long as you go, when you show the black support, it don't make it with black on black on black and say you one of the Panthers, baby. Right. That could be easy smeezy, because I might just do that. You might just see me blacked out, looking like one of the dead presidents. Feel me? So, what else we got? Anybody got something else? Oshun, what's going on out here?
Well, y'all know tomorrow is the Ladies' Choice concert. Yes. It's going to be Joe, Drew Hill, and Avant. They still have plenty of tickets left. I checked. It's going to be at the Lake.
Mine is still around?
Yeah, I read Joe, man. Lakefront Arena. It's going to be 8 to 11 p.m. tomorrow. So that's at the Lakefront Arena. If y'all go to Ticketmaster, they still have some seats available. I'm pretty sure that the 90s R&B sensations are going to be, well, early 2000s, 90s R&B sensations are going to be in the building.
Did you say 80s?
90s.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I know. I heard 80s.
Oh, my bad. I'm pretty sure some of them were born in the 80s. But they're going to be in there singing, you know, the real kind of slow jams of the 90s. It's going to be a lot of ooh-yan.
Tell me.
A lot of hopping on one foot. It's going to be a lot of singing, slow singing. So y'all, if y'all want fellas, if you want to have a good date night, take the ladies, okay?
No.
If y'all want to bring y'all partners out, everybody bring a partner. It's going to be a great show.
And we just got to ignore the fact that, like, at least half of that lineup were accused of domestic abuse at some points in their career.
They were. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Like, I was like, wow, why all the R&B cats always beating
The
women?
wife beater tour.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay, Jay
Washed up wife beater tour.
Oh! What's going on out here since you banging on our 90s wife beaters?
I just wanted to listen to the I can't
go listen to your music. Don't worry about me.
You can listen to at least half of Drew Hill.
Okay.
I'll just save my money and go see The Color Purple on Broadway.
Hey, big ups to Black and Blue still going on at Dillon University. You could go see that there. I mean, next weekend is their last weekend, right?
I believe.
Black and Blue play at Dillon University.
I believe so. No, I believe so. I believe
it's next week. I know next weekend is their last weekend. I'm only looking at Malik because he usually out Dillon informed me, and he's just like, I don't know, man. Like, look at me.
I do not know. But what I do know is that Dillon Xavier game is going on. I'm looking for the score to see that good old Dillon win.
No.
Oh,
no, that would not happen.
So we're looking for that good old Dillon win. We will be letting y'all know because that's what's going on out here in these streets.
That's what you think.
So just aside from your unfortunate Xavier background, what were you saying?
My unfortunate Xavier background.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
This is shady.
Anyway, speaking of Xavier, because we're doing great things and we start everything at other schools with Blue Devils and whatnot like to copy, but it's all good.
Who came first?
Whatever. So, CCH Pounder from NCIS New Orleans just opened an art exhibit at Xavier.
I guess we were so busy with Gabrielle Union, I guess.
Yes.
So if y'all don't know who she is, she plays Loretta Wade on NCIS New Orleans.
If they listen to WBOK, they probably know who CCH Pounder is.
Right. So she's an actress, and she also used to have a gallery. And there's an exhibit in Xavier's new art gallery. They have a whole art pavilion that was built a few years ago, after I graduated, actually. And it's called Queen. It focuses on mainly African-American women. It started in 1993. Her and her husband founded and built a museum in Africa. And this is actually a part of her personal collection that has more than 500 works of art. So what she did was she took from that collection and she actually curated this show called Queen, which focuses on African-American women, and brought some of those pieces to Xavier. And it's going to be there until February 26th.
That seemed like such boss moves.
Yeah.
You hear me? This black woman say, like, I'm about to do an art gallery. I'm about to drop it right here and come rock with it. We got all kind of pieces.
It's beautiful. It's like all these really vibrant depictions of African-American women, African life, African women. Is gorgeous. So if you have an opportunity, I would definitely say go take a look at it, Xavier University, and it'll be there for another month.
Xavier got something good to say about
We have a lot. We have a lot
saying?
good going on, and we're gonna win that game, Malik. I'm sorry.
We have to find out.
Sorry to let you know.
What's going on out here is big ups to Robert Jones. Robert Jones, he was released after 23 years in prison for wrongful conviction. Robert Jones is suing Orleans DA. Robert Jones was found to be wrongfully convicted of crimes for which he spent 23 years, 7 months, and 2 days in prison. Most of that time in Louisiana State Penitentiary at Angola. He's now suing Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office for violating his constitutional rights, claiming prosecutorial misconduct is to blame. Jones, now 44, was arrested at age 19 in 1992 and accused in a string of violent crimes in the French Quarter that included the murder of British tourist Julie Scott and a brutal kidnapping and rape. His attorneys say a bad Crime Stoppers tip followed by a problematic photo and an in-person lineup sounding like a bunch of crap that happened to black men all the time led to his arrest. And prosecutors kept their focus on him even as New Orleans police detectives who worked the case eventually ruled him out as a suspect. All the evidence except the identification of the victim and her boyfriend, the lawsuit claims, pointed to another suspect, Lester Jones, no relation to Robert Jones, and whose appearance and age better matched the initial description given by the rape victim. But that initial description was contained in the NOPD detective's notes and her supplemental report, and it was basically ignored. They refused to turn it over. So I'm like, this is a long story. Maybe you can check it out on NOLA.com. But once again, man, Robert Jones, go for their neck, go for Canazaru neck, because, man, dude, it's like a that neck segment. I'm saying go for that neck because, man, there's too many times that, like, we like, once again, wrongful convictions, man. You losing your life.
Exactly.
Right. All those years you can't get back.
You cannot get that back.
People in your family has died and you didn't go to the
You can't do
funeral.
anything.
Yeah, so and you can't replace that time back.
No.
Even if you give him money,
you can't replace it. So at the very least, get this man some money.
Exactly.
Let my dog get some.
Well, I got a little lighthearted.
Let's go out on that one.
4 Bourbon Street area strip clubs lose alcohol licenses after an NOPD raid this week. So there's 4 Bourbon Street.
Wait, hold up. What was lighthearted about this?
Well, I mean,
you said, "Oh God, so lighthearted."
Bourbon Street got so many bars. 4 closing down ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh.
But Dixie Divas, Rick's Sporting Saloon, Scores, and Temptations are all bars that just lost their liquor license, which they're probably must shut down because there's no chance to be on bourbon and not sell liquor.
Exactly.
So, but they lost. And now this is after the first raid when NOPD gave them warnings about enforcing alcohol laws, and they did a second raid, which I guess that these bars did not pretty much adhere to the warning. So now they're gonna be shut down, and I don't go on bourbon no way, but
But that's pretty screwed up, man. Like you on bourbon as a bar and you can't sell no liquor.
In a strip club.
And I don't know. They say
mocktails.
Alcohol rate, but was they serving a little bit extra? I don't know.
Yeah, because I think it was more than alcohol. I think it was also the ATF, wasn't it? No, ATC.
Yeah.
So that's alcohol.
And all 4 of those clubs are extremely shady. I don't know if you know.
Wow.
Ventured, but
yeah, it's pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah, don't want to go in there.
Well, hey, there's reasons for the seasons and everything. Everything goes around, comes around. What I'm going to say is actually positive. Kenner distributed more than 8,000 gallons of free water and sports drinks to residents this week while the tap water was subject to a boil notice because of broken pipes, City Hall said for Saturday. A total of 68,476 bottles were handed out. That's 8,726 gallons.
I'm here.
So them Kenner people held it for down.
Exactly.
Kenner held it down.
Good for Kenner, but I mean, New Orleans got to get it together with these pipes. Like, real talk, I mean, a whole street in the east just disappeared. I mean, really, I mean.
Malik, I'm trying to go out on a positive note, and you just still brought it. Come on, Lee.
No, really.
There got to be something good about a community putting out water.
Okay, I got one positive. A documentary was released by WWOZ of Taking the Bangers, and you can watch it online. I think Oshun watched it with me.
Yeah, we had a date.
Yeah, we had
his house.
We watched it. It was live stream. We both watched it
live stream
at our house.
Yeah.
But we watched it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So check that out on WWOZ.
Check out Taking the Bangers documentary. You just see them in their own element creating. It's really cool.
It was good. Nope, that's it. I'm out.
Okay. Hey, Mastermind, you got something queued up. Mastermind, do you have something queued up? You feel me? Oh, and hold up. I want to say shouts out to Miss Ellie Ann Roberts, who's retiring.
Yes.
I forgot to shout that out last week. Yeah. That's a big deal. She was a titan.
We want a second line. We all did.
We did.
Yeah, we want a second line. We want a second line. We want a float. We want a parade. We want a high school band to give us a song. We want Caren Green to sing us a song. Sally Ann Roberts, that woman. We want all that for Sally.
Yes. So what you got for us, Mastermind?
Hit us with one.
Oh. We getting classy. We getting classy. So, man, this is the Misbelief Radio Show. Come back for our final segments. That's that neck in the Sankofa session. We got that for y'all. But until then, don't get nothing on you because we here for you, man. It's the Misbelief.
So we might have to make them shut up.
River, did you need to give away some tickets?
I do need to give away some tickets. I'm glad you brought that up. So this is your chance to win tickets to Outspoken. Who will be there?
DC Paul, yeah, he gonna be there. That's all that matters. But come. So the question is, when was the first Mardi Gras parade?
Sorry if that just came like so weird and
You know that?
I could be weird like that.
In New Orleans. You know everybody got there. No, if they watching from their phone or computer, they can just Google search it. And we will look, we got a room full of Chinese children to punch the numbers and crank the numbers. So we can be accurate at who, type the answer in first. So just, put it in the video if you got the answer, and you can get some tickets.
All right.
Chinese, when it's the Chinese children.
Hey, y'all keep on crunching them numbers.
So, when was the first Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans? All right. All right.
That is the question, and I'm looking for the answer.
Let's go see if anybody knows that answer. We have a historian in the house. Let's see. Question, Malik. You can't say the answer because people are trying to win tickets. But do you know when was the first Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans?
The first Mardi Gras parade. Some of the I cannot say the answer.
You can. If they're watching, they're gonna get a little, little hint.
That's a very multi-layered question. Because Mardi Gras was actually when the white people came here, they landed on Mardi Gras Day. There's actually a bayou called Mardi Gras Bayou because it was the day of Mardi Gras. But that's a very layer because there's the Mobile thing. Are you talking about Mobile? Are you talking about New Orleans? It's a layer question. That's all I'm saying.
If you talking about the first Mardi, can I get the answer?
Sure.
It has to be like March 1699, like March 1699. That's what I'm thinking.
99 or what? March 16?
No, March. The month of March, the year 1699.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's right. It had to be.
So when they first got there.
But it wasn't our Mardi Gras, so.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't. Yeah. So
I don't know the dates, but it was definitely the month of March.
In 1699.
1699. And the only reason why I know that is because 1699, I always think of Prince, 1999, and that's the way my ADD works.
So yeah, so.
Him.
All right, for those of y'all watching, that's the answer for the free tickets. Free tickets to.
So hey, can somebody find out about this? How many points Dilla beat Xavier for us? Thank you. So we can before we leave. So we
I
can.
feel like I'm outnumbered.
You are.
I went to real estate school.
Thank you, Oshun.
I go to
Just come,
Xavier.
stay away. Come
Nuggets.
to the light.
Go Nuggets.
You took that?
Yes. But I feel like you can't do that to HBCU.
And we are back. It's the Misbelief Radio Show. This is the acting guy, Mr. Bats. Who's that to my right?
Hi, it's Oshun.
Yo,
Malik.
Yo.
Jay Stu.
You heard me? Mastermind. Once again, what was that you just played? That was T-rated violence. All right. Thank you, man. Now we about to get to our last two segments. First up is the one that I'm in.
Let me give you that intro. Here's my favorite segment of the night. This is when we let our resident rebel go unbridled and give somebody that unadulterated sex spot next.
Oh my God. Now we about to go a little left. All right, so every 9 seconds in the U.S., a woman is assaulted or beaten. Around the world, at least 1 in every 3 women has been beaten, coerced into sex, or otherwise abused during her lifetime. Most often, the abuser is a member of her own family. Domestic abuse is the leading cause of injury to women, more than car accidents, muggings, and rapes combined. Studies suggest that up to 10 million children witness some form of domestic violence annually. Nearly 1 in 5 teenage girls have been in a relationship said a boyfriend threatened violence or self-harm if presented with a breakup. Every day in the U.S., more than 3 women are murdered by their husbands or boyfriends. 92% of women surveyed listed reduced domestic violence and sexual assault as their top concern. Domestic violence victims lose nearly 8 million days of paid work per year in the U.S. alone, the equivalent of 32,000 full-time jobs. Based on reports from 10 countries, between 55% and 95% of women who have been physically abused by their partners had never contacted non-governmental organizations, shelters, or the police for help. The cost of intimate partner violence in the U.S. alone exceeded $5.8 billion per year. $4.1 billion are for direct medical and health care services, while productivity losses account for nearly $1.8 billion. Men who as children witnessed their parents' domestic violence were twice as likely to abuse their own wives than sons of non-violent parents. I say all this to set the stage for the person I'm giving next to today, which is Aziz Ansari. Now, this story has been going up and down all across the social media, man. People falling on different sides of the spectrum. And as I was researching the story and reading, reading the woman's side of the story, reading his side of the story, there had articles that dropped. Some of them was pro-Aziz, some of them was anti-Aziz. It's like the big ass fight of, oh, was it just a bad date? Was it assault? Was it disrespectful? Was it some crap that she whining about? Who's right? Who's wrong? And like as you divvy into it, one thing that still remain loud and clear to me are these stats. We live in a world where most times women are in fear when they're alone with a man, and at times they're not too sure who they're dealing with, who they about to date, and not sure what they about to get into when accepting your attention, accepting your advances. You feel me? So as the story went down, apparently Aziz Ansari, man, this woman came to his spot. Came to his it wasn't even a hotel room, his apartment, and he says a miscommunication, but as you read her story, and she breaks down all of these things that was happening, how he kept coming on to her, she'll move away, she'll give nonverbal cues, and at one point she even said no, he'd be putting her fingers in her mouth, and there's all these things, and some things we don't even notice as abnormal, because so much of what we think is normal shouldn't be normal. You feel me? You shouldn't have to coerce anybody to have sex with you. You shouldn't have to chase anybody down to have sex with you. If they say no, let's chill, let's slow down, that should mean stop. Not, okay, no does not mean negotiate. And that's what so many of us boys are taught. Look at Pepe Le Pew cartoons and such. We get taught that, oh, I gotta keep going. Be persistent. Oh, she said no, I'm gonna figure out a way to shut down her systems. Get past her walls. It becomes to a point where, are you trying to find something intimate with people or another human being, or is this just some game? And to a degree, many of us boys get taught that women are objects. That it's just a game and that we just gotta conquer the dirty. You feel me? And that's not how it should be. So while people is like, man, why you coming at Aziz Ansari? I like him. He cool. All he did was try to get him something. He just was being horny. Just because a person wasn't raped, don't mean that you can't speak out about something being wrong. Just because she wasn't beaten to a pulp, don't mean if something was ill, if something felt uncomfortable, if mofo wasn't listening to me trying to be like, yo, hit me out, stop. You feel me? And he ain't listen. I don't care if you Aziz or Jesus Christ. You gotta listen. You feel me? So now he wasn't a Harvey Weinstein or Kevin Spacey. Now he wasn't the Brock Turners of the world. But he still needs to settle down, because one thing that really got me was when at first everybody was saying, we don't even hear his side of the story. When you read his side of the story, he didn't even say she was lying. He just was like, oh, maybe my bad. I misread something. So when you look at how descriptive, I implore all of you, before you even have an opinion, go read her side and realize that he didn't say it was wrong. And when you realize that he didn't say, when he didn't say that she was lying about nothing, and you read everything that he is basically saying he did, dog, you creepy as hell, son. And I don't want my future sons to be dealing in the future where they think that's how you court women. And I don't want women feeling depowered and feeling like I can't say anything because this man with power and money got me in his room. I don't want something to happen to me. Or I don't want any kind of event, whether it's my career or whether it's my actual body. Because once again, like I said, every 9 seconds in the U.S. a woman is assaulted or beaten. Who knows? Nobody don't know what they dealing with until they got it coming to their face full frontal. And when you're in this patriarchal society and you living in fear, man, you got to protect yourself, man. So Aziz Ansari, you are today's receiver of that neck, and Mastermind is left me hanging on my sound effect for that neck. What's going on with it? Where is that?
I tried.
We ain't got no sound effects today. Well, Aziz Ansari, you get that straight up raw and real neck, man. Because, dude, we got to do better, man. If you ain't going to listen to women when they say we got a problem, then you are the problem. So that was me turning it up, and as we say, we like to smooth it on down with that same conversation.
Let's smooth it on down. Look back at it. Y'all didn't think I could sing. Well, today we're going to take a look at one of the first black female funeral home directors, Mrs. Gertrude Get It Willis.
Shout out to Miss Gertrude. She sounded like she had all the good stuff at church. Miss Gertrude was one of the first African American female directors in New Orleans. In 1940, her married name, Mrs. Willis, she was the founding president of 2 life insurance companies and a funeral home. Back in the day, African Americans actually couldn't get life insurance from white insurance companies. Correct. So a lot of black people had their own independent life insurance companies in the black community.
Mrs. Gertrude Willis was a lifetime member of the NAACP and a member of several societies and professional organizations. She was also active in the Ladies Auxiliary Councils of the Knights of Peter Claver, which my great-grandma is still one of the original members. She's still alive, all right, girl?
One of her special interests was youth development. Throughout her career, her entrepreneurship gained the respect of both local and national business leaders.
Mrs. Gertrude Geddes Willis was born in St. Bernard Parish in March of 1880. She also died in New Orleans on February 20th, 1970. She is buried in St. Louis Cemetery number 3.
I guarantee you her tomb and her second line at her funeral was probably lit.
Lit.
She was the funeral home director. She probably had the birds, the band. She probably had, I know somebody got recordings of it. Holla at me.
That's our thankful session for today, people.
Yes, indeed. And thank you for that, man. We had to take our look back. Yes, indeed. And well, we had our time, y'all. So tell them where they can find y'all, who y'all are, and all that stuff.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun. You can find me on the Instagram at OshunSL11. You can also find me on Facebook. Hit my DMs if you want to style Oshun for the Black Panther premiere.
So this is Malik. You can follow me at NOLA Tours on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram as Frozen Photography, but that's with a PH. So follow your boy.
And it's J Steele. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at I am J Steele and also at Fat Granola and on Facebook at Jessica Johnson.
And I want to say, this is that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bat. Spell it Mr. Otto. You ain't going to find me. And check out our films on Gumbo Monster 504 on YouTube. And once again, this was episode 46.
Whoa.
You heard me? We getting 46. Up there. Big ups to the homie, the host, DC Paul. Hopefully he did his thing at the... I know he did his thing at the Gospel Music Awards.
I think next week he gonna walk in here and sing I Know I've Been Changed.
He probably has. You can follow the homie at Who Is DC Paul and follow everything he doing at whoisdcpaul.com. This is the Misbelief Radio Show. We already said where to follow us, where to find us, man. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Caren Green. Thank you, Miss Dana Boisseau. Miss Dana Boisseau. And everybody listening, man, we appreciate y'all dearly. See y'all next week. We out.
Boisseau is such a Cuban name. Boisseau.
Must be one of them Cuban Haitians that came over here.
What's up, Facebook Live?
Come on.
Come on. Let's
Come on in the room. Come on in the room.
Say goodbye to
Hey guys.
Jesus be my. Because we're gonna take an old biblical hymn.
I've been changed. I know I've been changed.
You did that for DC, yeah.
No, I've been changed.
What? Yeah.
I don't know.
DC, you know somebody outside?
This is you, DC Paul. This is the Misbelief Radio Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. With us next week. Big ups to the homie beautiful Brian. I don't want to mess this up. Is this how we doing? Brian, say what's up to them. You hear me? I think you got it because I don't know what I'm doing. I think we held it down today, y'all. Great show. Thank y'all once again, Miss Caren Green. Thank you, Miss Dana Boisseau. You hear me? Shouts out to Kev Tucson. Mr. Lee TD, Miss Dana Boisseau. Shouts out to Kev Tucson. He was in the back when he shot him out. Bigs up to Bull Mill River. City Jack. All our people right here. And see y'all next week. Don't get nothing on y'all.
Rock and roll, bitches.